nice day, and then they do it, and they take your valuable. Then they go through your purse. Does anyone drive here? Not anymore. Okay, so that's something you don't have to worry. But there are some folks, some seniors that still drive, right? Maybe you have friends that drive.
Another thing we got is some scams in here.
Okay.
You go to a store and you ask for, well, like you can't see, so you ask if they will show you where to go for to get something. And they say, oh, neighbors help neighbors. And the first thing you know, you're getting what you want, but they're putting their stuff in the bag. And then when you get up to the teller, you're supposed to pay for it. I said, no, I don't do that.
Exactly, I was going to come to that. So this is that's a very good point you made. And some of us, because our eyesight tend to go after so many years, some of us wear glasses, some of us don't still have 20/20 vision, so we tend to rely on other people to assist us when we go to the store, right? Because some of you may not be able to read this. I can read it, but some of you can't. You can't see the prices on items. You can't find the items you want in the store. Very good. So you have people who are going to the stores, see seniors, and they try to assist you, right? Can you help me? Can you find this for me? In the meantime, you have gone for 2 items, but they're putting 4 items on this thing there to pay for, different bags. So you're paying for their items, and you're paying for your items. But then you have to realize, why am I paying so much, right? I only wanted a bottle of pop. What am I paying for juice and something else? I didn't come for juice, right? So those are things that they're doing, okay? So you say no. If you can avoid it, speak directly to the cashier or the person who owns the store. If it's a stranger, you might be very, very careful how you talk to them, right? If you have to go with your buddies, form a buddy group, you do it that way, because you'll be saving yourself a lot of money, right? You can save yourself some money that you can spend the next day. You can give to your grandkids. Make sense? So those are some very common sense, simple things that you can learn and you can work on. I'm not saying that you will remember every time. You might tend to forget, because some of us tend to forget stuff, and then we forget to leave. Nothing happens to me. I've never been robbed. So I walk along the street, and I forget what happened. Then suddenly I got pickpocketed. There are a lot of pickpockets maybe along Eglinton, Dufferin. Be careful. Stay in bright areas if you go in the night. Well-lit area. There's a gas station, it's always busy. If you're walking along the street and you feel threatened, someone is following you, let's say you're walking along, don't be walking along and then take your wallet out. Like, you know what I mean? Like gentlemen and ladies, and start looking at your money. Right? Because what you're doing, you're attracting the bad guys. They see you there, you may go to the store and you pay for your stuff. So you stop, let's say, at the sidewalk, halfway, and you go there, you start looking at your money. Oh, I didn't realize I spent so much, right? Then so what you do, you take your money, and they see that. Then what it does, they attract them. Okay, that's my victim. They have identified the victims. You be my next victim. But they're not going to tell you that, are they? No. They want your money, because politely they are emptying their pockets, right? Nicely they're emptying your pockets and filling theirs. So when you're walking out on the street, once you've done your banking, you do all your banking inside there, you make sure your money is well secured. Once you get on the street, don't take your wallet out to look at it again.
Do it before you go to the store.
Sorry?
Do it before you leave the store.
Exactly. So be careful. There's always some terrible persons watching you. There's good people still watching you out there, because they're good Samaritans, good citizens, looking at you, saying, you know what? These are elderly people. They're prized of a community, of a society. We still have to protect them. That's where we come in too. Because no police officer is going to see you getting robbed on the street and walk away from it. We will be involved. So that's why we're there. If you have a problem, you call the nearest police station. Get to know your police station. Our number is 416-828-1300. If that doesn't work, you have the 911 call. If it's dangerous, imminent danger. Right? So be careful of your purse, how you shop, and what you do. If you have large sums of money, the best place to put it is in the bank. You always keep a certain amount for yourself to use. So you don't have to go to the bank every day or every week. Plan your life, how you spend. Some of us spend more than the other, right? Because we like to buy things. Some of us, if we don't have kids, we want to spend our money. Or we want to give it to charity. That's your prerogative. That's how you can operate. Right? It's totally up to you. But my job is to tell you, don't let anybody take it forcefully or through any unscrupulous means, meaning any trickery. Don't let them trick you into it. Don't let them trick you to sign any papers that you don't want to sign. Always talk to someone. Yeah. Always talk to someone before you sign any papers. Okay? Try to get a power of attorney in terms of your will. Don't sign a paper until you understand it. Remember, no one can force you to say, here, you got to sign here. No, I'm not signing. End of story. If you sign a paper, it means on your own free will. Make sense? You want to do it. You don't want anybody else to do it. So you're doing it because you're happy with what you're doing. Right? You want to give it to your kids. You want to give it to your friends. And what have you. So those, as I said, the number one thing people are after is money. Because money brings a lot of things for them. It makes their situation better, and it makes your situation bad. So be mindful, protect yourselves at all times. Protect as much as you can and how you can. Be mindful of the telephone calls. Is anyone here goes on a computer? Oh, there you go. Just one? Okay. On computers, you got to be careful. If you go on the computer and you see that there's a website that gives you, they'll ask you for information, your name, your mom's maiden name, your date of birth, your social insurance number. Say, hold a minute here. Why do I have to give this? You don't have to give that to nobody. Who takes their social insurance number with them on the road, their car? Does anyone have it in their wallet? Do you have it in your wallet? Your social insurance number?
Yeah.
No. Does anybody?
Yes, I do.
You do? We don't need it. Because you're not looking for a job now, are you? So?
Not really.
But there you go. So we don't need to carry those stuff. Those stuff we can leave at home. Secured it. Because there's no need for me to take my social insurance number. For example, you, all you folks here, no need for you to take it. Because when you go to the store, you don't have to produce it. When you go to the bank, they already have your information. You don't need to produce it.
Sometimes when you go to a hospital.
You need a social, don't you have your health card?
They want both. I have to get both.
Okay, well, I've never run into that situation where they want to see your social, but if they do want to see it, they can be verified with a phone call or something to your hospital, your residence here, because they have it on record. So look, I have this female here, I have her health card, but I need another piece of identification. They can give that information, right? And I'm sure they're not going to say, well, you know what, I can't, because it's your health that's at risk. So they will have to provide it, okay? But there's no need for those things. So if someone calls you up and asks you for your health card, sorry, your any name, date of birth, your bank card. Okay. If anybody asks you for your name, your date of birth, your social insurance number, your mom's maiden name, that means they want to go after your identity. Remember this. So you don't give that. You just click the phone. Right? Everybody understand that? Put the phone down? No. Because once they steal your identity, it's a hell of a problem trying to reclaim it. Because once they've incurred all the expenses, guess what? You'll be on the hook, then you got to try and clear your name. So you want to stay away from that. So don't give. If you don't give, there's no problems. If you give, you create problems. Make sense?
Yes.
Good. And those are just some of the simple things that I want to talk about. I'm not going to touch on the homes on cars, because people don't, most